Hello everybody, today we're going to be discussing helicopters and how to become good at them. Whether it is how to drive, attack or transport helicopter, it's all going to be in this video. For movement, for shooting, pilot, co-pilot, parachute, everything. And the video will be divided into parts so you can pick whatever you want to improve in. Movement in helicopter is very important and many players have difficulty in it. So I will try my best to explain it as simple as possible. The left joystick is the one used to go up, down and turn around, but you're still in place. While the right joystick is used to move to the front, to the back, to the right and left. But if you move your right joystick without moving your left one, your helicopter will decrease in altitude, as you can see in this clip. So to move forward without crashing, you have to actually pull both joysticks up, and as you can see, I'm moving forward and upward at the same time, so I'm not hitting the ground. And if you want to move right or left to a certain direction, you just set the joystick either right or left. That's the easiest way to move in PvE. In PvP, it takes more movement skills, and I'm gonna teach you some of those movements later. Also, you can land the helicopter by leaving your right joystick and pulling your left joystick down, but be careful, some helicopters you cannot go hard on the landing or their propellers are gonna be broken. And also, this type of landing is not really sufficient most of the times, because in PvP you can easily get shot down if your landing takes a while. You can get RPG'd or you can get shot by the anti-air weapons. Also in PvE, the bots can easily shoot you, so you have to learn the fast landing, and it takes a while. You can sometimes hit the ground and break your propellers because your landing is wrong or you are going super fast. So to get used to fast landing, you have to train it. Every helicopter is different. Some are lighter, some are heavier. You need to land based on your helicopter and based on your skill and based on your comfort. And the good thing about movement in this game is that to become better at it, you have to train. How to train? Just go to PvP matches. Even if you die, even if you don't do anything, even if you crash, that's training. And over time, you become better. Now, the best movement for PvP and the one that you should try and learn is the zigzag movement. What is a zigzag movement? It is basically when you go right and left, but not with your left joystick, with your right one, as shown in the video in front of you. This is one of the best movements you can learn. It's not difficult, it's very easy, and you can mix it with normal movement from time to time to try and dodge and improve your chances in surviving. This is one of the few movements in PvP that actually work many times. And this is really one of the only movements that you would need, because there is no really good movement, because it's all situational. You move based on what's going on around you, not based on what you want to learn. For example, in this match, I wanted to target that vehicle but it was not shooting at me. If it was shooting at me, I can use this movement to dodge it and move randomly, not predictably, so they cannot hit you. I will show you what one of those situations look like. In this match, I'm going to be showing you actually good game IQ with the helicopter and good movement. Firstly, I see this vehicle and I shoot in front of it to hit it. Not a lot in front of it, exactly where it's walking, so it gets hit. Then I go to point A. I look around and see no vehicle. When I see no vehicle, that means they have not yet advanced most of the time to the point A. And then I notice this vehicle. It has a weapon, so he can shoot me off. So I try my best to dodge and not get hit, because that's the easiest way to die if he has good aim. So you try to make his aim worse by going right and left and not allowing him to hit properly. And as you see here, I spotted a tank exiting the base and it's aiming at me, so it's stable. So I use my co-pilot rockets to instantly hit it and I move away in case it shoots at me so I can dodge. So in this clip, I combined movement, co-pilot, aim, all in the same clip, and you saw how it worked out. And other than training in actual matches, you can train your movement in this city of Marusha by going low between the buildings. It's difficult, but it helps your movement. Now for your aim. The aim is one of the most important parts of the helicopter. Well, there are two types of aiming ways, either third person or first person. Personally, I use both based on situation. But if you want more accuracy, you can use first person because third person is kind of tricky and you have to get used to it. So as a beginner, it takes a little bit of time. But for the first person, once you get used to it, you instantly start hitting shots better. As you see in the first person, there is this, I don't know what it's called, but this thing, this is your aim. So as you see it move around, that's basically your aim moving around. So you have to follow it. It's easier because you know where the shot goes instead of having to rely purely on skill or knowledge of the placement of the rocket. So it's easier to aim. Also, you can train that aim by going in the middle of the city and going right and left and shooting because when you go right and left, the aim also goes right and left with you. So it's difficult to aim. Also, one more important tip that nobody really talks about is where the rocket comes from. The rocket does not come from one place, it comes from right and left, so you have to track it. So if it, for example, first time goes from the right, the second time it's gonna go from the left. So you can go, you move your helicopter to the right and shoot it at the left and it would hit accurately. It's very important to take care of this. Also, the best way to train your aim is to do so on a PvE map. There are these big water towers that you can train it on, starting with the water tower, which is considered an easy target because it's, well, big. Secondly, this clock in the middle of the city, which is medium difficulty because it's much smaller than the water tower and there are buildings nearby, so you have to be careful. And finally, the crane. This is much more difficult to hit because it's much smaller. I like to train aim here because it requires much more skill and it trains your aim very good. So I do recommend doing this to train your aim. Also, another quick tip or side note, if you want to shoot at an enemy, you shoot in front of them slightly if they're moving forward so you can hit them. Now you have one of the most slept on features of an attack helicopter, which is the co-pilot. Co-pilot is very important because it has two different weapons that are very powerful, such as the explosive cannon, good for infantry or weak vehicles, and the guided missile. There are two options. Either you have a co-pilot with you, so you're two in the helicopter, or you have one person, which is you. If it's you alone in the helicopter, you have to be careful of two important things. First of all, your surrounding. You have to be in an empty place, far away from players where they can hit you to use the co-pilot, or high enough because you can easily get shot down. While if you have teammates in the helicopter, it's much easier because a co-pilot is very powerful. If your co-pilot is a pro player, then you can win almost any fight. Because a good co-pilot knows when to use the ammo, when to not use them, and has good accuracy. If that is available, then you can win a lot of dogfights. So co-pilot is important. Here's a quick example. I had multiple matches where I had to use the co-pilot to shoot down the enemy helicopter that ran away. I was fighting this guy normally, my aim was pretty bad. This was from a while ago. And I managed to hit a good shot on him. He tried to ram into me, but didn't work. I thought he was gonna run away, so I entered the co-pilot. Then he came back at me, so I changed seats. We then had a few exchanges until he decided to run away. When he decided to run away, I changed to co-pilot and I shot at him from afar. He was so low that he easily died from my explosive ammo. Now, for transport helicopters, landing has become a secondary thing. After parachutes were introduced, people just used them instead of manually landing the helicopter because it's much easier and more efficient. But sometimes you die. Want to know why? I'm gonna explain it as fast as I can. First of all, there are two types of people: the people who parachute early, that don't want to take the damage, but that's very risky because you can easily get shot down by snipers or anybody. But on the bright side, you do not take any damage because you're using the parachute early instead of waiting until you're near the ground and having to time it every single time. While on the other hand, there are people that do this. Basically, timing it right and landing late so you do not get shot down, but you take some damage. So, which one do I recommend? I recommend neither because it's based on how you're comfortable. If you want to be safe and not take damage, then do it early. If you can time it well, then do it late.